The hour-long return train journey through Shepherd's Bush was designed to give the Minister an idea of the environmental impact increased freight trains would have on the area and hear the opinions of local councillors and MPs. Hammersmith and Fulham Council shares the concern of many residents that an alternative route for freight along the less populated North Downs via Reading would make more sense.
There should be plans now to have an alternative means to take trains around London, particularly as 70% of the freight is for destinations beyond London in any case. And to bring the whole of the freight into London would seem to me and to us to be very absurd.
Local MP Clive Soley believes sharing the burden between the two routes makes the most sense, but Rail Freight says this option is too expensive.
They make it clear that it's a long-term possibility. What we've got is the problem of people who've lived on a relatively quiet line suddenly having one train every 10 minutes, and those are the people who we have to try and find some compensation for at the moment.
The new Railways Minister stressed the government is under no obligation to pay compensation. However, there were some possibilities they were looking at.
Some places barriers may work. I know that along some parts of the route residents have said that they would rather have the noise than the loss of light which would come from erecting barriers. So it has to be looked upon stretch by stretch to see what can be done and what is the most appropriate way of doing it.
As the train drew out of Victoria Station, an alternative reception committee in the form of West London Rail Watch was waiting along the line to flag up its point of view to the Minister.
Certainly we would want compensation, certainly we would want double glazing, but rather than that, that is the absolute end, as it were. We just want the problem to be addressed properly, the freight to be diverted around London somehow. It may cost money, but it's an investment.
Hammersmith and Fulham Council clearly does not want the extra freight running through its borough, but it may be left with no choice, in which case there is the possibility of sharing the bill for noise barriers and double glazing. Rail Freight is going along with the idea, and to this end the council has already submitted a bid for a grant to the Department of Transport. Richard Vagg, Channel 1, Shepherd's Bush.